2, 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the only podcast show to guarantee to get your Friday going, get you ready to unfuck yourself. And now your host, the one and only JP Pena. What do you mean? I'm the high-ranking soldier in this shit. What do you mean? Hit the rock bottom, now I'm guaranteed. What do you mean? Buzzworthy viral drops, I'm the NFT. What do you mean? 6 figures on the daily, not enough for me. What do you mean? Keep constant looking at the real MVP. What do you mean? Salary rocking profits, call me Wall Street. What do you mean? Skill genius, go ahead and follow me. What do you mean? War ready, loaded, click, clock, fuck with me. Hey. That was actually pretty cool. Should do that more often. Let's give her a round of applause again. Thank you. Yeah, we got a busy studio here today. Actually, you know what's funny? And the only reason why I did that, and I just found that out, you could do that on my Rodecaster Pro here. When I was younger, my mom actually wanted to be a broadcaster for the radio, and she would often take us to this radio station, which I don't know how it would work. They would have different booths in which you could just try it out, see if it's something you wanted to do, if you like it. And what I loved about it is that she would let me bring my own music. And there was this specific, I can't even remember the name of the song, but my mom used to call it El Pájaro Loco. It was like this house song. And I would bring this cassette with me, and she'd be like, okay, it's your turn now. You got to present it. And I used to get upset because I was like, I don't want to present it. Like, it's your show. You should do it. Why do I have to do it? And she's like, well, that's part of the gig. You know, you got to present it. So ladies and gentlemen, here is Juan Peña with his song. And what's the name of the song? And I used to be like, El Pájaro Loco. And then like press play, and then they'll play it. And it was really cool. And it was actually streaming. I don't know where it would stream at or who would listen. I got to go ask my mom about that. But I thought that was pretty cool. And it's funny how we have transitioned from that, you know, the big old consoles. You had to rent a room, you go there, you record, and then kind of like, well, you know, let's see what happens. Maybe they listened, maybe they didn't. I don't know what she was paying for that. But now we could do all this literally here in my home studio. I have everything available, not only to develop amazing high-end video content, but to broadcast, record, stream. I mean, I got switchers here that I could basically do insane presentations, something that you were not able to do before. Yet what's funny is a lot of people still don't take advantage of that. I was on a call earlier today for a Zoom meeting, and I'm pitching this big deal. It's actually very big, something I've been working with a couple of my developers. And they were all amazing surprised on my setup. And they're sitting there like, wow, JP, you know, we got all this high-tech webcam plugged into the Google, whatever it is, the monitor, the screen, but it looks nothing like yours. And we have spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. So I said, let's talk about it offline. When the whole meeting was said and done, I spoke to him and I said, well, how much exactly did you guys spend on that setup? And he goes, JP, we don't even want to talk about it, but it was upwards of $60,000. $60,000 for an intercom in the middle of the table, a fancy looking webcam that's mounted on top of an 80-inch screen and gets the worst resolution, the worst setup. And I said, guys, for like 10 grand, I could have done a sicker setup, made you guys look like a pro, and would have been a much better presentation. So that's a conversation we're having now. But it's crazy how, you know, even the people that you would assume have everything figured out still don't. And this is why delegating and having the right people in your team is important. And also for you being in the business, why having those resources, those connections, those networkings make a big deal when it comes to your relationships. But with that said, that was my little speech on that. Let's move on because this episode is going to be crazy, insane, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's going to be all about entrepreneurship and parenting. And this is the first week that I didn't have a guest, which it's surprising because I'm fully booked. I have amazing guests coming up, and I was actually thinking I had somebody yesterday, and then I realized, man, you know what? I didn't book anybody. I forgot. I had this week off to catch up on some editing, catch up on some clips. I got the high level workshop coming up. By the way, make sure you guys jump on the high level workshop. I'm telling you, 3.0. This is the third time I'm doing this, and this time it's even better, bigger, more insane. You don't want to miss it. And a lot of people ask me, JP, why do you do this? How much money are you making on it? And I'm going to be quite honest with you guys here. It's really not about the money, because what I make on these workshops is very, very minimal, if that, because in the end of the day, it's really about training. And you're going to say, well, JP, what's the catch? The catch is that hopefully I build the right relationships with the right people that eventually we could work together, whether it be in a deal. Maybe you could join my team. Maybe you could leverage me on an opportunity that you might have. That's what I am looking for. It's how can I be of value? How can you be of value to me? How can you be of value to maybe somebody I know, and we all end up winning? And the price that you pay for this workshop, it's really for the people's time to come in as guests, for the locations we use sometimes, for the resources, the software, all this stuff, the mechanics behind the scenes, because it's expensive, guys. Just to put up the platform right now for the site is costing almost $4,000. And that's money that I'm putting out of my own pocket without making nothing. That's just me doing it so I could have the best experience possible. So let me break down exactly what this workshop is going to have that you're not going to find in no other training, that you're not going to find in a seminar, that you're not going to find in, your typical coaching calls that you get into. And the reason why is because this is catered to a specific type of agent. This is not for an agent that's making 500,000 and above. This is for that agent that needs to get to 250. And I made this for a reason. If you are a brand new agent between 1 to 5 years in the business and you have not broken six figures yet, there's a good chance that you're coachable, that you could pay attention to the training, and that you could execute in a way that's going to benefit you tremendously. Massive breakthrough. Now, if you have broken six figures but haven't got to that 250 mark yet, then it's really just small improvements that you got to make that's going to help you scale. But the three main reasons why a lot of agents don't even take that approach or even go there, one is because you lack proper execution. Now, let me break this down because I see this on the daily. I get agents approaching me all the time asking me about, JP, I need help. Can you guide me? And the majority of the time, it's really just with one question that I could find out exactly how you operate, and I'll know off the bat why you are not where you need to be. And that is your schedule. Now, most people say, well, JP, I get up in the morning, I go to the gym, wash my face, get to the office, and I'm busy all day prospecting, doing this, and that, blah, blah, blah. And then when I ask the simple question of pull up your calendar and let me see your schedule, that's when everything just drops. You don't have shit. Not only do you not have shit, but you're not even fucking structured. You put wake up, and then you have big old blocks that say busy without no true purpose of what you're doing. Now, when you are first starting off, this is one of the most important and most crucial things you have to do, because you just gotta fucking put in the work. There's no fucking ifs or buts. There's no fucking magic pill. There's no secret sauce. There's no fucking magic solution. Stop trying to reinvent the fucking wheel. You just gotta fucking put in the work. And if it's not even detailed in your calendar that you're gonna go out there fucking execute and kill, then you're not. You're gonna fucking starve. You're an undercover agent waiting for that one fucking person that's gonna come and say, hey, I think I wanna sell. And then you're gonna fucking ride that deal the whole fucking year and then wonder why you're missable and not closing deals and fucking broke. So your schedule, your routine, your mindset on that aspect is so important. And it's the reason why in the beginning, a lot of agents start failing. And I say in the beginning because if you're a brand new agent, you're excited, you're pumped. If you're one of the young ones now that, joins because you saw a TV show on Netflix or on Bravo or you follow some individuals that come out dancing on rooftops and jumping in pools, and you think, wow, real estate is so fucking amazing. It's so easy and it's great. And so I'm going to fucking do it. And you join these cliques. I call them cliques because they're just like fucking high school shit. You join them and you're fucking partying it up, drinking, doing all this shit. And then out of nowhere, you're like, wait, I've been doing this for a while and I don't fucking have a deal. But I fucking got followers. I got more views. I got more likes. Well, let me fucking give you a wake-up call here. Views and fucking likes don't pay your fucking bills. You cannot call your mortgage company and say, hey, I got, 32 comments and 1,000 likes on my video. Let's cash that up and give me another fucking month. It doesn't work that way. It doesn't. And this is where everybody has it fucking crooked, upside down, and fucked up when it comes to real estate. That they forget the fact that you gotta really just put in the fucking work. And what I mean by putting in the fucking work in the beginning, you better fucking be doing as many fucking open houses as possible. You better be calling as many people as fucking possible. You better be door knocking into the blisters and your fucking feet are just oozing with fucking blood and liquid and pus and everything. But you're fucking doing it because you got a bigger goal, and that's to fill up that fucking pipeline. And this is why I believe in the whole 25 to 30 contacts every fucking day. It doesn't matter how you get it. You need to talk to 25 to 30 people. Now, stop. Because one thing that pisses me off right now is the whole digital fucking door knocking. What the fuck is that? Digital door knocking. I had an agent tell me I digitally door knocked 300 fucking people today. And I said, whoa, hold on. You digitally door knocked 300 people. What the fuck? How does that work? Yeah, I just send DMs on Instagram and just kind of, copy and paste everybody and told them that if they're interested in buying or selling or investing to give me a call. And I said, are you fucking serious? This is why social media, if not used properly, it's just fucking the dumbest thing you can fucking utilize, because you're not taking the right approach for what it's intent to be. There's really nothing social about it, first of all. And the fact that people are digitally door knocking, digitally asking for business the wrong way, you're fucking up. Now, there is ways on how you could leverage social media with the right tools, the right resources, blueprint, game plan to funnel people into eventually buying, selling, investing with you. But that's not going to happen by a simple DM. And if you got lucky, if you're one of those that got lucky and it happened, dude, fuck, you better have something else coming because you're fucking done. That's it. So in the beginning, yes, you're fucking contacting 25 people. You're contacting 30, between 25 to 30 people. And I mean actually physically talking to them. So I make it a rule that I do 25 follow-ups on past clients just to say, what's up? Hey, what's up? How's it going? This is JP. I want to make sure you're doing great. Is there anything that I could provide? Value, service, questions, anything that you might need, decorations, maybe you painting, whatever it is, just to say what's up and to show my presence. And not only that, every quarter I do something that's called a portfolio review. So I stay on top of my clients. I review what they bought, what does it look for, if they have any other investments I'm aware of. I give them options of what that equity is like, what they could do, potential possible moves they can make that's going to make you money. That is your job as a fucking agent. But in order for you to get there and do that, you need to fucking fill that up. So my 5-plate system is so crucial and so fucking amazing when you do it right that you will always have fucking business. And this is something I cover in my high level workshop. And I'm not going to share it here. Fucking sign up, send me a DM, high level, and I will put you in the list. We start November 10th, and this is one you don't want to miss. I'm telling you. So going back to the high level workshop, we have a guest that comes in every week. And I always bring somebody that's better, meaner, fucking making more money than me. I ask the questions. I have specific questions that I ask that's going to involve the group. Everything's done through Zoom. And then you guys could go Q&A. I keep this very intimate and small for that reason. So if I have a guy that's making $500 million a year, which would charge you thousands and thousands of dollars to talk to him or get a question answered by them, here you get to do it at an insane cost for you to get questions answered, listen to some of the questions that I ask somebody that's been in the business, that has skin in the game, that's doing big deals, that's already thinking 5 moves ahead to get strategies, maybe questions that you can't think of at the moment, but I'm asking them for you. And you're taking notes here and you're getting all this insane information worth millions of dollars that you can now start implementing. Aside of that, we do case studies. We do a Facebook group program where we offer open house opportunities, referral opportunities. Networking is insane because you're around like-minded individuals that are hungry, driven. And the reason why I do this the last 2 months of the year and starting into January, what's different this time. Normally I stop it at January 7th, but this year I decided to start it November 10th, and we're going to go all the way to January 17th. So it's like 3 months that we're going straight into it. And the reason we're doing that this time is because this is going to catapult your Q1 to next fucking levels. So normally where in October, all the agents start hanging up their stuff. They're already packing. They're already giving up. You know, it's the end of the year. They're just like chill mode. If you made your goal, you did it. If you didn't, you're like, fuck, what's next? What am I going to do? Well, we're fucking putting in the work because this market right now is going to get crazier. 2024 have some crazy stuff coming up. And if you've been paying attention to everything that's been happening with the lawsuits, with Zillow buying Follow a Boss, I mean, this is the time where you're not fucking chilling. In 2008, the people that fucking sit back and chill are the ones that have jobs now working somewhere where they're not fucking happy. And they sit there and talk about all the great things they did between 2004 and 2008, making all this fucking money, the cars they drove and everything. But now they're in a fucking job they hate. And that's why. So we fucking fight. When shit gets crazy, when shit hits the fan, we don't fucking pull back. We attack forward. We problem solve. We figure out what are the holes, the problems that are going to arouse with all this craziness going on. And then we execute. With the whole lawsuit going on right now with commissions, a lot of you agents should be concerned. And I'm going to tell you why. Because if you fucking are too busy digitally door knocking, chilling, fucking dancing on a rooftop, not paying attention to the important things that you should be paying attention in your business, you're going to fucking be crushed. Because it's going to hit you so fucking hard that you're not going to have no fucking idea what to do. And then that's when you're going to realize, fuck, I wasn't prepared for this. And normally that's what happens. So we want to prepare warriors, individuals in this high-level workshop that are going to fucking go out there, attack, take advantage of all these great things that we're going to share with them. Tactics, strategies, branding, mindset, marketing, fucking structure, skin in the game, next 5 moves, fucking insane shit, to include even commercial opportunities coming up that I don't think you should join, but I think you should know about. Because again, leveraging is the most important thing about our business. So if you're able to leverage somebody because you know a little bit of what they're talking about and pass that baton and you still get paid, fuck, that's amazing. And that's the way it should be done. So enough of that with the high level workshop. Make sure you guys check that out. DM me high level if you're interested. It doesn't matter if you're not even in the real estate business. If you're in sales, if you're a CEO, entrepreneur, this will put fire up your ass. And I guarantee you, it'll fucking get you going. So excited about that. That's fucking insane. That's great. Now, let's get to the real good stuff. And this is where, man, this week has been, I even fucking dropped my ball. Where did it go? I don't even know where it went. Well, I'm going to have to go get that. Where is it? Well, it went a little too far, or else I would have gone and got it. But, you know, so for all of you out there that are parents and, you know, dealing with the teenagers and the craziness, I don't know about you guys, man, but I just feel that nowadays, you know, things are so different in the way that, for example, I grew up in the 90s. I was in high school, late 90s until 2001 when I graduated. So I got to see a lot of stuff. When I was in junior high, it was a lot of the gangs, still heavy gangs. My neighborhood was all gangs. Transitioned into the whole rebel era, which was basically partying and DJ, which for me was fun. I mean, I loved music. That was my thing. I had very strict parents. My dad was super strict. Who I talked to, who I hanged around with, for him it was very You can't talk to that person. They're dressed like this. That means that, they're either this, that, or whatever, etc. All I wanted was to play music. Now, I'm not saying I was perfect. I never had the best grades ever. I hated school. I just didn't feel that it was something that challenged me or that I was passionate about. And I could see that in my kids. Camilla, my daughter, she loves school. John, on the other hand, I mean, he's kind of like a little knucklehead like I was. And it's kind of hard for me to sit there and tell him, hey, man, you got to get better grades when I kind of understand him in that position. However, I was an athlete. I was very good with my hands in regards to music, DJing, whatever it is. And when I don't see that, then I do think it's a problem. Because if you're killing it in something else, you're doing something else, you're showing me that you're great. He loves music, but if you love music that much, you're putting in the work, right? You're doing that extra time that you do just to try to get it in. I remember my neighbor had a DJ system, and this guy always talked about he wanted to play at the radio. On Friday nights, I used to listen to Power Tools at 12 a.m. Used to have like amazing DJs spinning the best in house and hard house. And man, I would just stay up just to listen. And I could see through my window that he'd be listening and practicing at the same time. So when I look at that, I'm like, dude, that's dedication. That guy right there was fucking serious. That guy right there is hungry to accomplish that goal because he's up there trying to mimic what they're doing. He might not even have the same song or whatever it was, but he's out there like, trying to do it, right? So for me, it's like, great, you don't have to have the perfect grades. You don't have to have this as long as you're fucking aiming towards something. That's what I want. I don't want you to be lazy. I don't want you to be, a guy that's not disciplined, that's talking back and all that. But nowadays with these kids and this whole fucking Edgar thing, and my son goes to a really good fucking school here in Irvine, Norwood, top rated in the nation. I mean, obviously, if you know anything about Irvine, it's one of the best schools out there. And he came from a school in LA, Emerson. It's by Beverly Hills, where, they introduce a lot of these bad kids from the hood area as a way to provide opportunities. The problem with that was, and why a lot of parents got upset was, that, hey, it's not the kid that's coming that's the problem. It's the area where he's going back to. And we don't know if the parents are involved, they're not involved, what kind of environment are they in, and what kind of bad habits and ideas are they going to bring into our kids in this new school. Now, when I had enrolled John into that school, this was already happening. So we were already seeing an influx of certain different type of individuals, and you could tell because you'll see individuals dressed a certain way, and then you'll see these completely different interests. Like, whoa, this doesn't fit here, right? Well, they started picking on my son, and it got really bad. And this is something that I haven't shared a lot, but I'm sharing it out there because I think it's important that decisions that we make, the reason why I chose to do what I do, gives me the ability to handle situations like this. And it's the same reason why a lot of these kids might not have that opportunity. You got mom and dad that might have to work 2-3 jobs just to bring food to the table, to pay rent, to live in an area where, it's all they could afford, but, they're trying to do their best they can. So you give that kid the opportunity to be influenced by the wrong people, to be around wrong people. And it takes a lot of discipline to be able to ignore that, because I fell on that stuff. I always tell my son the story that, when I got to junior high, it's really, actually, I'm gonna go back because it started in elementary. And I think this is the one time that I sort of felt I needed to belong into something. And it was around fourth grade. There was a kid, he had just brand new to the school. And I remember there was this one gentleman that he was known for being like the little bully of the school. I just happened to be friends with him because we lived in the same neighborhood, so we would take the bus to the same school. But I was there when he punked him this first time, and I remember saying something, and I told him, I said, "We'll call him Mr. M." I said, "Hey, bro, M, I don't think that was right. This kid hasn't done nothing." And he put hands on me. I remember grabbing me, and this guy was very strong. This guy was a scary looking individual. For fourth grade, this guy looked like an 8th grader, old, and just like ruthless. And he said, "Don't you ever tell me what to do in front of people." And then he proceeded to hit this other kid. And the kid just took it like a champ. Jose, I will never forget his name. Jose takes it like a champ. This happens out of fourth grade, out of fifth grade. In fifth grade, it started getting pretty bad. I remember he calls him out, and this Jose guy would never back down, man. This Jose guy would continue to fucking stay forward. Like he knew he was gonna get his ass fucked up, but he would fucking just stay there. And I remember telling him, like, bro, like just don't talk to him, ignore him, don't whatever you can, just don't, man. Avoid this guy. It seems like this guy's just gonna bug you for fucking ever. How long are you gonna keep on doing this? And so this specific time, he tells him to meet him in this back area under the stairs by a parking lot. And I seen this Jose guy take the biggest ass whooping I ever seen somebody take. I'm talking about he was bleeding, shirt ripped, everything. And this is what clarified to me that this Mr. M dude was a fucking complete animal. Long story short, that happens. I don't see Jose anymore. I didn't know if he fucking died or what, because that ass whooping was tremendous. Me and Mr. M got into it over a piñata, and we had done piñatas. We were supposed to take home for, I think it was like Cinco de Mayo or something like that. This guy just decides to fucking kick my piñata, and I just fucking punched him. I punched him in the face, and then it felt like rocks. Thousands of rocks being pounded in my face. All I remember seeing is red. When I got up, my piñata was all over me, broken, and I was like around a bunch of people, and I had to make a decision. This is where I made a decision. I said, fuck. All right, I can't beat this guy up. I can't go home and tell my parents either, because my dad's going to fuck me up. I'm going to have to kind of be cool with him. I'm going to have to like sort of join him, man. I don't want this to happen again. It's the first time that I felt fear in a whole different level. And I approached him and I said, hey, man, like, that wasn't cool. And I remember I had like tears coming down. I was holding him. I didn't want to show him that I was crying. But fuck, dude, I was like scared, pissed, everything. And he looked at me and he said, well, from now on, you're just going to have to do whatever I say. And that's the only way that you're not going to get beat up anymore. I went home that night with this weird gut feeling, stomach hole, whatever, man. It was just the most craziest feeling. And I'm just a fifth grader, guys. And I'm sitting there like, fuck, what did I just do? Like, did this guy really just fucking, make me his bitch? Well, I'm pretty sure I didn't say those words, but, it's kind of like he owned me or whatever. And I didn't go to school the next day. I lied to my parents. I said I was sick. When I finally went to school, it was a Friday. We were playing soccer, and he came up to me, and he called me some sort of name, something like, putting me down in front of people, and he grabbed me by my shirt, and when he pulled me, I remember my shirt stretching, and I just got so mad. I turned around, and I hit this guy so hard, he fell on the floor. He starts bleeding from the mouth, and something just told me, dude, there's blood. It's on, bro. You won. You won. And I had this feeling on me. And I jumped on top of him and I clocked my hand all the way back. And I was about to just unleash on this guy. And I just looked at him. He goes, all right, man, I'm playing, bro. We're cool, bro. Like, we're cool. And that was the end of that. And so I look back and I'm like, fuck, okay, what was it that I had gone through that one built me that courage to stand up to these fucking guy and do something? And what is it in today's society that stops kids from doing the same? It's like, my son, when he was picked on with this kids from junior high, and I'm talking about he was dragged through the hall and they posted it on TikTok. And my son was even commenting on this, laughing about it. And it fucking pissed me off because instead of standing up, it's like you felt the need to applaud it and be part of it and show them that it was funny. Like if you're like a clown or something. And I didn't get mad at him. I didn't take a bad approach. I tried to understand it, and I was upset at the people. And when I approached the school about it, the school basically said, hey, it's they're going through some tough time right now, some changes. Maybe you should have coffee with the parents. And I said, yeah, I would love to have fucking coffee with the dad so I could fucking kick him in the fucking chest. And he looked at me all like, well, that's not going to work then. Never mind. And this is what we started having the discussion about possibly even moving. And what this all comes down to is that, there's really no fucking handbook blueprint that could guide you on how to be the right parent. But I'll tell you what fucking helps. Having the ability to make decisions like that, having the ability just to get up and move if you have to save your kids, to protect them. Because after this, my son started, trying to be like this badass, trying to be like this. He started transforming. We saw the way he changed and how he acted, how he talked, the music he listened to. And it became such a bad thing that I knew for a fact that if we left him there, it was going to be really, really bad. And the fact that we have the ability to say, hey, you know what? Fuck it. We're going to make a move. We're going to adjust. We're going to do whatever it takes to ensure that our kids are safe. I think it's the blessing part of it, because most people don't have that ability. And if you're out there and you're wondering why some of those things are not going right, or maybe you see certain things that are not happening the way you want it, but you're sitting there, well, it is what it is. It's life, we can't always have nothing. I had this conversation with a gentleman, similar situation, but I mean, his kid's just in a really bad area. And I told him, I said, have you ever considered moving? And they said, nah, hell no. This is my hood, man. This is my life where I grew up. This is everything for me. And I said, well, that's kind of selfish to think that way, because of you having that mentality and of you staying here, it's starting to fuck up your kids. Like your kid's going through a path. I mean, this guy's kid is 12 years old and he's already addicted to not only the vaping with the weed and all this other stuff, but the guy's doing malicious stuff already. He's hanging around the wrong people. And his answer to all this was, well, I can't move. This is my hood. This is where I was born. I'm going to live. I'm going to die here. Well, bro, your kid's going to end up dying before you do. And I was in a good location in West Hollywood, up by the hills, off of Curson, Runyon Canyon. My son's going to Emerson, which was right there by the Westfield Mall on Santa Monica, and we're still dealing with some of the situations. And some of you might say, well, JP, well, then it doesn't matter where you go, you're always going to have it. Well, fuck it. Then I will fucking keep on moving. I'll keep on adjusting. I'll do whatever the fuck I got to do. But I have the ability, the option, the resources to make that happen. And I wouldn't have done that if I didn't fucking make a choice, if I didn't decide that I was going to execute, attacking certain things that were going to provide my family with better options, better opportunities. So when you're fucking sitting there wondering why shit is not happening, you got to take a step back sometimes and realize, well, shit, man, maybe it's because I ain't fucking putting the work. I ain't giving my family what it needs, especially if you're a man, if you're a dad. If you're a dad and you're not the fucking right example, if you're not leading as a model, and I'm not saying I'm the perfect fucking father ever, or the husband, and I get people message me on Instagram, ask me like, damn, JP, you're doing such a great job. Well, I don't think I am, man. I'll tell you right now, I'm far from it. I'm very far from it, but I'm definitely fucking trying as much as I can. I'm trying to be there as much as I can, because I know how important that is. I know how it felt when my dad wouldn't come home because he was working, and I needed to speak to a dad and I didn't have a dad presence, things that I couldn't tell my mom that I wish I could have shared with my dad. Or when I had a girlfriend, how did I approach it the right way? I didn't know. I didn't have nobody to ask. I fucking just did it however I knew. The first time I got my heart broken from a girl, like, who did I talk to? Nobody. I didn't have nobody to talk to. I got to figure it out myself. Even getting a job. I remember I had told my dad I wanted to work, and he's like, okay, great. That was it. And my dad was working. He was busy grinding, providing for the family. So my mom took me to a car wash one day. She happened to know the guy, and I got a job. And, it's just kind of just figure shit out that way. That's the way it worked. But my dad also did provide strong fundamentals that fucking helped me as a man. Like, I know how to fix shit. I know how to do an oil change, change a tire, change brakes, fucking change spark plugs, fix something in the house, use power tools, a saw, skill set. It's things that a lot of motherfuckers nowadays can't even do that, but you're trying to demand a lot of shit from your fucking kids. And then you wonder why some of this shit is not working. Or if you have a kid that's doing amazing, if you have a kid that's in a bad area, if you're in the hood and you have a kid that's fucking just crushing it, killing it, fuck. You have to fucking move. You have to fucking work harder. You got to do whatever the fuck it takes to give this kid now the opportunity that he deserves. He did his part now. He did the part that he needed to do the most, which is fucking survive. And he's surviving. Now it's up to you to fucking promise, deliver, and overgive because you need to put that new path for him so he could start that new chapter, break the cycle. It's not about your fucking selfishness of, oh, well, it is what it is, the fucking hood, it's what I get, blah, 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 the homies, so on and so forth. Fuck no. If you ever met anybody from the true hood, they'll never tell you they're going to fucking want to raise their kids there. They're going to all say, no, fuck that. We want to take them somewhere better. We want to get them out of here, give them a better opportunity. And that's the way it should be. So the beauty about entrepreneurship, the beauty about everything that we fucking do here, it's not just that, we're able to make money, take vacations, enjoy nice things, nice dinners, live in a better place. No, it's just that it gives us options to fucking help our families create bigger success stories. That's all it is, man. And if you're not on board with that, if that's not the right cost you're doing, or if you're for something else, then fuck, you're fucking lost in the sauce, and there's nothing I could do in that point to fucking help you. But that's what it is, man. That's where we're at. That's where we're going. And man, let me know what you guys think about this whole topic. How is it going for you? If you have any kids that are older, what did you do differently? I'm open just to have this discussion because I think it's very important. And so far, everybody I have asked has a different approach. I have some clients that make a lot of money, and their kids went the opposite way, which that's for another conversation. That's just because they were so busy on just making money that, their kids was just like, fuck, hey, do what you got to do over there. And here's some money and you should be good. Well, then the conversation there is that kid lacked attention. That kid lacked love. That kid lacked, somebody to be there, guide them, hold them. Maybe they fucked up a lot to try to get attention, and that's the problem there. So it goes either way, and it all comes down to really your values, principles, and just what you're trying to do. What models are you providing for them? And then what they see too. I think that's important. You, your partner, your wife, significant other, whatever it is, if you and your wife are always fighting, mistreating each other, well then, hey, guess what? They think that's the norm. But, if you're able to have a conversation, and if you're going to argue, you go somewhere else and not let them see it, or, try to minimize the tension and always show love and appreciation, that's going to go a long way. So that's my message for this Friday, guys, for this episode. Hope you guys keep on tuning in. Make sure you share, post it everywhere, guys. I'm trying to make this podcast blow up. I got so much ton of great guests coming up that, it's going to be amazing. I'm excited of where this is going, and the amount of love, the amount of questions I have received, whether it be through Instagram or through my email, just people just giving love, man, giving love. I get a lot of questions too that I'll answer. I try to answer as much as I can through Instagram. Some of them go to the hidden messages. But believe me, it's always, I'm listening and I'm paying attention. I listen to the suggestions. A lot of you guys have asked me to do more lives on Instagram where we could sort of incorporate the podcast. So I think that's great. I'm also reconsidering just doing a new Instagram just for the podcast. I didn't want to do that for the YouTube, but I might just have to, just because YouTube's a whole different mess, man. And that algorithm there, it's a headache. But who knows? We'll see what's up. We'll see how we make it happen. But in the meantime, guys, continue to live, attack, enjoy, and most importantly, unfuck yourselves. Yeah, we gonna get it right on this one. Let's go. Nazi did them nasty. Money on my mind, hustling on the grind. Entrepreneur